What's the funniest blonde joke you've ever heard told to the wrong crowd? I'm a server at a steakhouse in Boston. Last Saturday, a corporate group came in for a retirement dinner. 8 men, dark suits, the kind of table that walks in and immediately assumes the whole restaurant is their living room. Loud voices, no eye contact with staff, wine glasses raised to themselves, the kind of customers who don't notice anyone outside their own circle. Remember that. It matters. The guest of honor was this older guy, maybe early 60s, soft-spoken, kept thanking everyone for coming. But his replacement, the new guy taking his job, was sitting right next to him, and he was the exact opposite. Loud. 3 drinks deep before the appetizers even hit the table. Doing that thing where he laughs at his own jokes louder than anyone at the table. Let's call him Otis. I learned his name later. He's burned into my memory. Halfway through entrees, Otis stands up, wine glass in hand, and announces he wants to lighten the mood. The whole table groans. The older guy, the retiring one, just stares at his plate like he already knows what's coming. Otis clears his throat and goes, "Boys, before we get too sentimental, who wants to hear a blonde joke?" And I'm telling you, the restaurant didn't go silent like in the movies. It got worse than silent. It got aware. You know that feeling when a room suddenly notices something? Forks paused. A baby at table 4 stopped crying mid-cry. Even the bartender stopped pouring. Because 2 tables over, sitting alone, was this small woman, maybe 60, white hair pulled back tight, reading a hardcover book over a single glass of red wine. She closed her book very slowly, marked her page with a small ribbon, set it down, and stood up. She walked over to Otis's table, didn't say a word at first, just stood there until he noticed her, and one by one the whole table went quiet. Then she said, "Before you tell that joke, sir, I think you should know 5 things." Otis laughed nervously, glanced around for backup, but she didn't break eye contact. She started counting on her fingers, calm as anything. Number 1, the woman who owns this restaurant is blonde. That's her, behind the bar. Wave hello, Greta. A blonde woman behind the bar gave a tiny finger wave with a smile that was anything but warm. Number 2, the chef tonight is a blonde woman. She's standing in the kitchen doorway right now, listening. The reason your steak was so good is because she's been cooking for 40 years, longer than you've been alive. Number 3, the hostess who seated you tonight is blonde. She remembers every single face that walks through that door, including yours. At this point, every single guest in the restaurant had stopped eating. The whole place was watching. I was holding a tray of desserts I had completely forgotten about. Number 4, my daughter is blonde. She graduated top of her class from law school last year. She is currently sitting at table 11 on a first date, and she has been listening to you since the moment you walked in. Stand up, sweetheart. A young blonde woman at table 11 stood briefly, gave a small nod, sat back down. Her